Try to be nice to someone if possible. Sit your ass down. Are you ready to go, Ash? How about you, Nick? Are you ready? How about you, Jesse? Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Addie Tooney? Are you ready? He's got his zircon encrusted tweezers. Ain't that right, Addie Tooney?
Got them ceramic.
We're live, everybody. It's Project Fog. It's Tuesday. And we're off and rolling. How's it going, panelists?
Great.
That's awesome. Addie Tooney, you're muted.
Yeah. You don't have to hear him to know what he says.
That's true.
Hi, Gizzard.
Hi. How are you?
Bob.
How's the Addie Tooney?
Doing good. I had to tell off the production manager a little today, but I didn't get fired, so that was a good thing.
Any day you don't get fired, you got away with it.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you want to go into detail what you exactly said to the production manager?
Then I'll get fired up again.
Oh, okay. How about you, Nick?
I'm all good.
You're all good?
I had a rough day, but, you know, I'm here. I'm looking towards the future, forward, and I'm good now. So.
All right. Hash, how are you, buddy?
Doing all right.
That's good. Good to see you.
Yeah. I know I said I was taking a break. I'm going to pop in and out of shows randomly, but tonight I had nothing going on.
Hey, well, we'll take you. We'll take it. We'll take it when we can get it. Right, Hash? Thank you for popping in. Jesse, how's your week going?
It's good. I had a Labor Day sale, and I made several sales during that. That was good.
All right. Good for you. It's got to feel good.
It's nice.
Sweet.
Keeps me busy. I like being busy. My mind wanders in bad places when I'm not busy.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, today it rained all day here. So that was good for my grass seed that I had planted, but not so good for painting projects.
It was close to 100 degrees and no rain today here.
Wow.
Humid as fuck, though.
It was nice here, but rainy and nice. So I had a pretty good day trying to figure out what we were going to do on the show tonight, which I have a short list, but I'm not so sure that it's going to be all that great. We'll see. Could be fabulous. Could be
marvelous.
Fucking
Could be marvelous.
Could be fucking magnificent. You never know. Let's do some shout outs, eh? I see Kenny B. Kenny B's out there. Lumi is out there. Frankenstein is there. Jeff Lawson is out in the chat. Stoozy Stew. Daytime Frank.
Yes.
Daytime Frank. Pop in if you want Daytime. There's I think that the link is in the regular Project Fog You should be in that feed, I think. Either that or one of these guys can send you a link. Let's see who else is here. Andrew Yeaton. All right. Vape With Me is here. She asks, why do you have to have a list?
Hi, Roro.
Why do I have to have a list? Because Alzheimer's. I guess. A list is good. It reminds you of things. Doesn't anyone else use lists?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't. A
I
list.
find them all the time. Wonder if I ever completed them or not.
Right. Oh, when did I make this list? This looks like it's on vintage paper.
Until you forget where your list is, right? You're like, where the fuck is it?
Oh, I found a list from 6 years ago. Shit. So,
I only have 5 people left on my list.
Like, I should probably call those people and apologize.
oh, this is my
Billy Madison.
This is my Christmas card list from 2014. Nobody got a card.
Yeah, this is...
Just remember, going by Billy Madison, don't forget those lists because you just might be saving your own life.
All right. I see that Peepaw, big shout out to Peepaw's here. Albert Rodriguez. Black Cat Whiteface in the chat. Yeah, Scott, he was on earlier today, as he is every day at 5 o'clock. Who else? Looks like Kim Dixon is here.
Merlin's here.
All right. The Great Wombatsky is here.
Philip Wheeler.
Oh, Mr. Burgundy. Should I say it? A whale's vagina to you, Mr. Burgundy.
Good job, Gizzard.
Oh. Yep. Who else? Anybody? Probably overlooked somebody. Dustin Vapor.
Dustin.
Yeah, stand up 3Ds here. Wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Dude, that was your cue, Jesse.
You don't want to play.
Alright, not the first Kyle Johns ever. Not the first Kyle Johns. Now, I think that I would remember seeing that before. That may be a new person. Welcome, new person.
So his name is Kyle Jones. It's usually Kyle Jones, but there's actually a builder called the first Kyle Jones.
Oh, not the first Kyle Jones. So that's one of your peeps. Is that right, Nick?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I'm gonna say Roro will like.
Do it. Do it
We
to
love
it.
Roro.
Hell yeah.
I hope Ross is feeling good.
Yeah.
Vape
Ross Vape. He's here. He's here, everybody.
Ross Vape.
Vape Ross Vape. How's your hip? I bet it's sore. Right? That's only been a few days. That's got to take a little bit before you start running around on the pogo stick after that. Merlin is here. All right. So, what is everybody vaping on this evening? Hesh, what are you vaping on?
I am on the oh so delicious and absolutely wonderful For Consequence from Dawn. First time having it, and in 2 days already down 30 mils. Fucking love it. Absolutely love it. So glad, so much that I ended up getting some concentrate. I also picked up Sinful Apple Roll, some Not From Concentrate. Still have my Lemon X that I got to mix up, and my go-to, Addie's Yogurt.
Sweet. You got a
All concentrates, man. I'm set for the next 2 months.
You got a big order in. That's good.
I did right when I needed it.
That's awesome. I saw that. I was watching Black Cat today. He got a bunch in too. So he'll be set for a while. That's nice. All right. Addy Tooney, are you vaping anything special?
TM24.
Of course.
With some old school. Some of that old school.
Old school?
Yes, sir. I want to get some of that #1 rolling, though. We got to try to get Frank send a link to Frank and Roro.
All right. Thank you for doing that. Mr. Nick Devine, how are you?
I'm good. I'm vaping. Oh, am I vaping all? I'm vaping all the door e-liquid right now. Which, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
I had a couple other flavors set up, but it's like I have way more Adore e-liquid than all other flavors. So it's like if I have a custard and I finish it, I just put like Hybrid Reserve on top of that cotton.
Yeah.
Very often. And so I got the Hybrid Reserve on the Hermetic. This is the RDA from Suck My Mod and Blitz Enterprises. It's a single coil. It's like cool. It's a good single coil. I'm not a big single coil guy, but it's good. Dead Rabbit on the Dot Squonk with Nana Bondage. Finishing up this bottle. I got another bottle I got to get to. So I had this upside down over here. Actually, I had this upside down on a 3D stand-up 3D stand because that's also what you could use them for.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just have it like it's like 3 RDAs on each side, and then a big bottle in the middle, sitting upside down. And the US 1 V2 has the consequence in there. Yeah.
All right, not bad choices at all. How about you, Jesse? What are you slurping on?
Drop Dead, Sarov, Current River.
Current River. No surprise there. Right on. I actually have a lot of custard going. In here I have Adore E-Liquid Hazy Custard. And in this rig I've been sipping on Gizzard Brew from Vaping Swag. And in this setup I have Dis 1 running. And in this setup I have this stuff running, which is cream corn. Cream corn from Chef's Flavors. I don't know what the actual flavor is called over there. Do you, Addy? But it's Shindo's one concentrates basically, and those are very, very good ready mix type things. I will say that Swag extended his sale through tonight, so anybody that hasn't tried Gizzard Brew, you can pick that up on a BOGO. So buy a 60, get a 60, or you can any of his e-liquids are on BOGO. So if you're not a big custard fan, you can try something else over there. He has a very good line of fruit vapes as well as donut vapes. So just thought I'd let you know that was supposed to run through Monday, but he actually extended it through tonight.
Nice.
I don't like custard flavors, but I'd like to try yours sometime. My bank account just says no right now.
I hear you. Well, we'll see what we can do. Unfortunately, buy one get one is a pretty good deal. So
yeah, I'll pick it up sometime. I wasn't. Yeah.
Albert Rodriguez says that he ordered some. He's gonna get some soon. we've had a lot of good feedback on it. So, and I enjoy it.
Well, it sounds good. I like custards early on, but I don't so much anymore. But everybody says it's not like in your face custard, so it seems like it'd be pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of the dark custard notes. So.
Well, Frank's got an early start tomorrow, so you can't come on. But I sent the link to Roro in Instagram private message. So vape with Rochelle.
That's not what I was going for, Eric Sutherland, you fucker.
Eric Sutherland's here out in the chat. Out in the chat. All right.
Import and Pippa's out there. Wheelie Master's out there.
All right. So, one thing I guess we could get into this is one thing I wanted to address, not to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but the title of the show was Long Division, which is mathematical, you know, for you math people out there, long division. But I wanted to touch on division within our industry, because it seems to me, especially over the last few weeks, that there's been a lot of vape drama out there. And I wanted to get the panelists to just, you know, give their feelings on that. To me, it's like, why can't we just all get along? You know, but then it's human nature in a certain way that, you know, there's always squabbling, there's competition, it's kind of like human nature to be at each other's throats. It just seems to me like it's not the best thing. It's not that enjoyable, and sometimes I just wish people would knock it off.
I've been kind of feeling the same way. Like it's easy to get to the point where you feel like you belong to one group or another group or whatever, and you kind of have loyalty to that group. And I've done that a lot, and it shouldn't be like that where you feel you have to stick to one place. You can be friends with a lot of people across the whole industry.
Right.
And the one thing I've been thinking about here lately is, with me having a business in this industry, there's no way in hell I can limit myself to just one group or another. I need to be able to get out there in every area of this industry, you know, or I'm limiting my reach, and I can't do that. Right. And I think even if people don't have businesses in this industry like that, they should think a little bit differently about it and not be so segregated and kind of go out of their safe zone and hang out with other people. You may not get along with all of them. You may not like everybody that's in all these other groups, but you're going to be able to find someone that you do have stuff in common with and you can get along with. And it can be a lot bigger network of friends than just, oh, well, this person's over here in this group, but I can't hang out with that person because I don't belong there. I belong here, you know. We don't need that. I mean, it's an industry of awesomeness and giving and really awesome people that shouldn't be limited to just one little segregated group or another.
It harkens back to the fact that I've been involved in this vaping thing for about 4 years now. And early on, I mean, it was, everybody kind of came together. We all came together. We were excited because we were non-smokers. And that was the main thing, is everybody was just so psyched to be not smoking anymore. And then as you go along, it just seems like you said, it gets compartmentalized. You fall in with, you get pegged into certain clans, or it gets segmented, and it would be nice to just not have those barriers sometimes.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having different groups or whatever, but people don't need to be attaching themselves to just one because it's an awesome industry, and the whole thing is it's about getting off cigarettes and living healthier and being better people. So why can't you make meeting new people and broadening your horizons like an important thing that goes along with that?
There's nothing wrong with competition, either competition or having an opinion, but sometimes you got to set that aside. Like I have some pretty strong opinions on some stuff. I pretty much get along with most people that I associate with, but I have strong opinions on like some reviewers. And if you watch my show, you know that, like, I'm not going to say, but when it comes down to it, if something were to happen where I meet that certain reviewer and they were like, let's do something for advocacy, you should be able to set that. It shouldn't be that deep, because you should look at the big picture. It's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to be competitive. But when it comes to the big picture, you should be able to, not take shit so seriously, because
swallow some pride and just do it for the greater good of what it is we're fighting for. Sometimes, and what we're here for.
You can't just have one big person. You should have, both people should have to be the big person. You can't just have one person with a good head on the
Well, or even like within, like, you have a build team, right? And you have, what, 8 or 10 people on your build team?
Yeah.
But you have to admit that, I mean, outside that group, there's tons of good builders. There's tons of people that you probably respect that are outside your group, as well as what you got going on and promoting the people within your group.
Exactly, that's one thing that's pretty good about the build community. Like, there's never like any drama between build teams or anything like that. That has like never been a thing. That's a good thing. Everybody's in it for the same reason for the most part. There's always competition with people selling coils, and like when they get bigger and stuff. I hear stuff like that, but that's exactly right. When it all comes to the big picture, you should all be able to get along and stuff.
Yeah, like Rogo was just saying, like, there's a lot of crap talking in between groups and stuff, and we just need to learn how to live and let live. And if you don't get along with someone, then just don't talk about that person. Don't let that person be that big of a thing in your life where it consumes you so much. You don't have to talk crap about another group. Right. Just because you don't want to be there doesn't mean it's not a good group. It's just maybe not for you. And you just have to just live and let live. We don't need all the infighting. There shouldn't be that.
Yes. Hash, I know you have something to say about this.
We can be united and not be best friends, basically,
I've been saying the same thing for the last 2 years.
Band together or be banned together.
Band together or be banned together. It all started well before fucking August 8th. There's bullshit that's gone on in the vape community that does not need to be there. Just because one person doesn't like devices that you like, just because somebody supports a company that you don't want to support, just because, we're all trying to figure this whole thing out together as a community and work with the federal government to make sure that vaping stays alive and that we can save lives. Cut the shit. Grow up. This is not middle school. This is not high school. This is people's lives. This is businesses. This is people's livelihoods. There's plenty of other people that I know that have pushed aside a regular, normal office job, 40-hour work week, steady pace, because they love this community so much that they started a business, and their livelihood now depends on it because they're working for themselves. Jesse's one of them. Nick, you making coils. I know you work a regular job as well, but still, you got Vaping Swag. You got Dawn. You got my cousin, Colleen from Vape Girl Vixens. You know, you got the guys over at Kinetic Labs that started off with just one flavor and then became a whole mixing lab. Same thing with VML down in Connecticut. They started off with one flavor and became a whole mixing lab. You know, my buddy Leon went from being a nobody making one mod, and now he owns HD&E. You know, he owns two vape shops, Vapology. He's one of the most success, and he owns 2 liquid lines. He's one of the most successful businessmen that I know, and he fights for advocacy. You know, like, cut the petty bullshit. That's what it is. It's all petty bullshit. I get it. If a company has, you know, bad labeling, marketing towards children, no care for the vape community whatsoever, by all means, please let Legion call them out. Let Matty Ice and that crew put them on blast, because it needs to happen and it needs to be self-regulated. But at the same time, hold the company accountable, not those people who are sitting there, individuals who got asked to be part of their promotion team. You know, it all falls in the whole, like, I was a Cloud Comp sponsored fucking dickhead for a long time. And I only supported 2 companies at that point in time. And I repped them no matter what, regardless, because that was what I was asked to do, and that was my job for that company. Now, I took a step back from that crap, because that's a whole nother fucking boatload of drama that you don't need to deal with. And I'm just back to being me, enjoying the fact that I can breed, spend time with my kid, and now actually rebuild a new BMX, you know, an old BMX bike, so I can actually enjoy life and ride with him. Dude, there's so much more to be upset about and pissed off about in life than what device somebody's using, what liquid somebody's using, and who they choose to support. Get the fuck over yourselves. Band together or be band together. That's all I got to say, or else I'm just going to keep going off.
I knew you had something to say, Ash.
Ranty McRanty face. Sorry.
But seriously, if you like mouth-to-lung devices, don't even come near me. I don't have time for you.
That's Ned talking.
Yeah, don't even look at Ned.
Put your glasses on when you say that. What? How do you feel about mesh? Yeah, I mean, the reason I brought this up too is because we happen to be missing one of our members for the past couple weeks, and you know, it sucks. It's like he's not feeling it because of some shit that went down that I have really no idea about, but we just want him back, you know, and we don't need people stirring the pot. We don't need people, you know, continuing to draw the crap out. And if somebody on another channel is fucking being a pot stirrer or going and using their troll account to stir the pot and to make trouble, frickin' ignore the people, you know. If they don't get a response out of you, it doesn't work for them. It's just like when you're a kid, you know. If you can ignore to a certain extent the bullshit that some people are pulling on you, then if they don't get a rise out of you, it goes away. So, you know,
don't even give those people the time of day. Let them do their thing. You worry about you. You worry about the shit in front of you. You worry about the company that you keep.
Yeah.
And if somebody pulls some shady bullshit, pull them aside, man to man, face to face. Call them out on a personal level.
Exactly.
And that's one of the biggest problems. Everybody wants to call everybody out on public forums.
Because that's the fucking way that society's working nowadays. Everybody's calling everybody out about everything. Everybody's offended by the littlest fucking thing. Oh God, a mouse just farted. I'm highly offended.
But no one wants to actually talk anything out with that person maybe they're misunderstanding something, and they would find that out, but they don't want to. They just want to.
That's why I don't get into politics with friends. You know.
Well, and part of it is Facebook invented this button where you can block people, and I think that's become something that has grown larger than just, you know, now people do that. That's kind of built into their psyche. Well, I'll just block that person. So then they stop they stop the conversation. They never try to work anything out. If they have a disagreement with somebody, they just stop talking to them. You know, they put them on block or whatever, and then nothing ever gets resolved. You know, and then they continue to talk about people behind their backs and so on and so forth. Just you shouldn't air your dirty laundry in public. Try and keep things positive. And, you know, if I understand that it's competitive out there or whatever, but I like to try lots of things, you know. I don't need to be pigeonholed into where I can't try e-liquid from a different company without offending somebody.
Dockery just said it best. Offended people offend me. I agree.
Well, most of the time when these people go out and do that to other people without trying to talk to them or figure out what that actual situation is, it ends up making them just look like an ass.
Yeah.
And like, what's the sense? You know, you're gonna look like a dumbass, and at the end of the day, it don't even matter if you're right or wrong. It's the fact that you did that, and there just ain't any point. It's just nonsense.
Honestly, though, like whatever happened to, like, this is the God honest truth. Whatever happened to conversation and healthy debate?
Right.
You know, I mean, like, just in general, and vaping aside, just in general, nobody wants to fucking talk about anything. Nobody wants to see other people's views. Everybody's swayed by whatever line of fucking communication they follow, you know, and that's all they care about. Mm-hmm. There's no more open public forum of debate and talk and conversation. It's just opinions and my way or the highway.
Yeah, and you know what? We're kind of doing the same exact thing right now. We're calling people out that call people out, and
I'm not calling anybody out.
Well, no,
I'm having an open discussion.
Yeah,
I want to make that perfectly clear. I'm not calling anybody out.
Right, but like, everybody just needs to chill out. It's nothing so serious where you need to go out and bash people for.
It's fucking vaping.
That's right. We're supposed to be here for the fact that we're getting people off of cigarettes. I mean, that's the big frickin' picture, and then it seems like it becomes this thing where all of a sudden, you know, egos clash and people get hurt over nothing, and then you can't even find out what they're pissed about because they just stop communicating with you. You know. Yeah. It's like, oh, I used to talk to that person every day, and then that person suddenly doesn't even talk to you anymore. So then you make shit up in your head. You're like, well, what did I do? You know, and it's just not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good at all. Addy Tooney, take us out of this.
Ned, I don't want to offend you, Ned, because I'm doing a little mouth along action. Hey, I got some vape mail.
Yeah, me too.
Today, I got some vape mail today. You want to see what it is?
Yes, let's segue.
Came from thevapetrader.com.
All right. Who is the Vape Trader? Tell us about that.
Vapetrader.com, they sell used stuff.
Oh, used stuff. Okay.
On the interwebs.
You can go on there and put your stuff on and sell it on their site.
Buy it, sell it.
It's like a Vapor's eBay kind of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can wheel and deal a little bit, so it's kind of fun.
And there's usually a very wide range of things on there, so there's always something for someone at decent prices.
Yeah, I go on there pretty regular to look for, like that Mechmata, they don't make anymore, or some Twisted Messes stuff. So he said, these were all in really excellent condition. So I got 3 Twisted Messes RDAs for $20 a piece.
Wow.
So this thing looks brand new to me.
Hell yeah.
A TM24?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, $20.
That's really good.
That is good. Did it come with, I have to ask you this, did it come with the original packaging, and did you get like spares and everything, or was it just an Addy in a baggie?
I just opened it now.
Yeah, and you
First
got
time.
the original package. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's all, he only sells stuff with original packaging.
Yeah, but that's awesome. Is that all you got in there?
The 2 drip tips, all the spares.
So on the listing, did it say complete with original packaging?
Yes.
Okay, so you kind of knew what you were supposed to be getting with it.
Yep.
Well, that's handy too. Like if you get an atomizer that it's just not your cup of tea, you might have a way to get rid of it, you know, and get part of your money back and buy something else.
I just want to make sure the deck's in good condition and threads are good. Deck's perfect.
Nice.
So would you say that's like new?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
I love the Twisted Messes stuff.
I hadn't heard about that website. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, the vapetrader.com.
So I got a new RDA myself. I got the Golem, which is a RDA that was designed by 2 builders, one being Big D, Mike Douglas from the Resistance Brew, and the other being Ramo to You. And they collabed to design this RDA with King 2, who is the company that I believe did the original Goon. They did the KTX, and they did the Warpath. And this Golem I got today from Big D. I got like number 103, which I believe is number 3 of the blacks. And if you haven't seen the deck yet, there's been pictures up. I actually just showed it on my show, but the deck is a clamp system, but the screws don't get in the way because of how they did the clamp system. So however big the clamp is how much you have to work with the wires, because what happens is the screws, one sec, there you go. The screws just open up, they raise the clamps on the inside, and then you just pinch the leads. So your build could go literally from this tip to that tip. The screws will not be in the way.
Wow. So it's like an improved Goon, kind of?
Yes. So,
and that's Golem? Golem?
Golem, yes, the Golem.
Ah, my precious.
Yes.
It's very sharp, Gizzard.
Tolkien.
So how do those clamps open up, Nick?
So
It's like a wedge inside there.
yeah, it basically just
okay.
So
I've heard that this is not like a deck for beginners, though. Is that true?
I'm not sure. I actually have not put a build in it. It's definitely for builders, that's for sure.
Right.
Well, I have the Reckoning by Armageddon, and it's kind of got a little bit of the same setup, and it's not too bad to put coils in. I haven't messed with the Golem yet, but it's not really that bad.
Does it have side airflow, Nick?
Yes, it's got humongous airflow holes that are adjustable, but they're big. They're fucking huge.
And that's a 24 or 25.
Those are huge.
Yeah, I believe it's a 24. It's a 24. Yeah, it's 24. So
Yeah, those are huge airflow holes. She's gonna be cloudy. She's gonna be airy.
Yeah, the one thing about the Golem right now is that the screws that came in for it are the wrong size. So
Yeah.
it's being the sales of it are being paused until he can get the correct screws for it, so that you'll be able to build on it as you should.
So yes, so basically what they did, yeah, he said it on my show last night, so I guess I could talk about it. What is it called? The prototype. What they sent the prototype, I think there was just a little mix up in the screw. So the screws are a little smaller. Luckily, I have a Goon 1.5, and they told me those are the screws that you should use for it. So I'm going to put them in now so you can kind of see. And I'll kind of get a coil so you can see how easy it is to install or whatever. But I'm going to do a video on it probably Saturday and show people. Goon 1.5 right here.
I believe that block is tapered somewhat on either side.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. There you go. Yes, it's tapered. So it's basically the same. It looks like it's, yeah, it's damn near the same clamp as the Goon, only it's tapered at the bottom.
We lost Hash.
Oh no.
Maybe he had to poop.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it's going to be a fun RDA to keep throwing builds in and taking out and throwing in. Just like I used to use my Goons. I would just put a build in, take pictures, take it out, put another build in, take pictures, take it out.
Oh, now we lost him for good.
He gone.
He gone.
Bye-bye.
So in that package, I also got Twist and Messes Black and Gold. And there's a nice surprise in there because there's 2 custom drip tips.
Wow.
That's
Didn't
cool.
say that on the package, but yeah, 2 nice little drip tips.
Man. Did you buy these from the same seller or different sellers?
The guy that runs the site has like a little offshoot business with RDAs and RTAs, and
Okay.
so he usually has a couple dozen in there.
All right.
I go in there, look for Twist and Messes stuff, and
So you actually made your purchase from the guy that runs the site?
yeah.
I like unexpected upgrades. They're cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me get a coil, throw it down in there. And then
Wow,
when
that channel looks deep.
yeah. I mean, the posts are huge. Like, these are 7mm screws. I just look how deep them posts go. So them screws will fit all the way down into there.
Wow.
Get a call.
That'll be good for those wide builds.
Hell yeah.
So where can you buy this Atomizer, do you know?
Right now, just contact Big D. He is, obviously he's warning people that the screws aren't in yet. But if for some reason you have 7mm screws that fit in your Goon, or you have a Goon 1.5 that came with extra screws in the first place, and you want to buy it, he'll sell it to you. But he's kind of saying, if you want it the right way, hold off. But, if you really, really want it and you don't care, you could contact him on
And is
Instagram.
Big D in your resistance group?
Yep.
Oh, cool. So you can go to Instagram and find Nick's feed, and they have all the resistance crew listed under every post. I found that today, and I was adding a couple people that I had almost everybody. I think I added a couple people that I wasn't following it. And that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So now I got to screw it down.
Does that RDA have a single coil option or not?
You know? Nope, dual coil.
Dual only. The other question I have for you is, on that deck, will any other top caps fit on it?
Yes, 1 second. I'm almost
Because not everybody might want like that giant hole.
Here's the thing about King 2. I better not say anything until I'm positive, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the same as a Goon. I'm almost positive it's going to be the same as Goon.
So you might be able to use your Goon 1.5 cap or
Trinity Glass even.
Yeah.
Trinity Glass. The KTX, the Warpath, and then you just bend your coil. You don't have to bend your coil down, but obviously I'm going to bend my coil down.
Right.
Alright. Center that.
So that one coil is only basically running down one side of that channel.
Yep. So then the other side is
the other side's wide open, and you don't have to cross your leads over.
Exactly. Yep.
Cool.
That side. So let me get a Goon cap.
I think you might want to hook me up with one of those, Ned.
Yep. There's a 1.5 Goon cap right on there. So if you don't like that airflow on the cap, that is the exact.
Wow.
How does the airflow line up with the coils? Pretty good.
Yeah, check that out.
Hell yeah.
That's
awesome.
I can see the coil through there.
Let's try the Trinity Glass Goon. A Pyrex. Oh. Trinity Glass. Boom.
There you go.
Fits right on there.
Come on. There you go. Airflow right there.
And that's perfect. That looks nice.
Yeah,
It does.
And then the KTX will fit on there, the Warpath, and then there's a bunch of other caps that fit on there. You know, the Goon is interchangeable with so many things.
That's good to know, because I plan on getting the Golem, and I have the Warpath and the KTX. So,
Yeah.
well, you know, I have the Warpath.
So that's called the Golem?
Yes, this is the Golem. The Golem by KTX, and the only way I know they're setting up a website. I do know that, but the only way I know how to get one right now is through Big D.
So you can put massive builds in there like Staggertons and stuff.
So I built this last night, and this is what I'm going to put in there. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's what this deck's for.
I double dare you.
I fucking double dare you.
It's ridiculously amazing. Look at that thing. You'll be vaping on art.
I double dare you to fit that in there.
I fucking double dare you.
That's pretty sweet, Nick. Is that a double corrugated?
Yeah, double corrugated, and it's twisted ribbon frames.
Oh, you're freaking
Right on your alley, yeah.
That's awesome.
Have you been drinking, Addy? Have you been drinking tonight?
Oh, why?
Cuz.
He's pickled as a newt.
I want to press this button.
You're pickled as a newt. Lay off the sauce, Addy Tooney.
Okay, I will, Gizzard.
Hello, that vape out there in the chat that just said hi to all of us.
Oh,
Oh, that vape. Yeah, that, I don't know, that one really, that one piques my interest.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll have to play with it more to like see, you you know, it's just like, you know, the Goon wasn't very much for beginners either when it came out. I remember
No,
lots of
it's still it's still a pain in the ass to build in some ways, especially if you get a couple of those wide leads you're trying to put in there. You have to stack them on top of each other or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it can be a little bit of a pain.
You gotta, like, sometimes you gotta kind of hold it upside down to get the things down and stuff like that. But
yeah, I actually just put some Nick Divine coils in this Goon today, this black Goon. And I hadn't built on a Goon in a while, and it was like, oh, this is kind of a pain to get it all perfect. It's like anything else, though. The more you build, you put a ton of builds in them, and then you get better and better at it.
yeah, it's like my easiest build deck to build in now. Like, I did that M-Turf challenge, the blindfold challenge, and I did it right into a Goon RDA. Blindfolded.
For me, Nick, I take care of my builds, so I never get that good at it because I'll put a build in and I might not change it for 3 months, you know. So I'm not rebuilding atomizers as often as you are.
Yeah, if you have an RDA for a year, you only built it 3 times.
Right, exactly. Especially you get good coils in there, and I just brush them out once a week, and you know. Yeah.
I'm still rocking that both of Nick's coils, those 44 gauge twisted Fralians you did. I'm still rocking both of them.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
I know that builds can last like forever, but for some reason I always have to change stuff around. Like I keep the coils and like so I can put them in other things
And
later or whatever.
And then you never do. And then you never do you?
Yeah, I switch them all around all the time.
Have you you've put old coils in?
Yeah.
Like old coils that you've saved?
Yeah, when I take them out, I make sure they're in good shape and everything. I don't tear them up and like just yank them out or whatever.
Right.
I do it nice and easy, and I put them right back in the container they came out of. Especially if it's Nick Divine coils, because these coils are fucking awesome. But but yeah, I get in the mood for different types of vape, and one gives me something that others don't at certain times. So I just keep them.
I make necklaces.
With
wow.
Necklaces with your old coils?
It's a coral necklace.
I gave Phil Gizzard a big hug with this thing. He's going, ooh, ow, ooh, ooh.
Barbed wire.
Wait, if he was doing it that much, what kind of a hug were you giving him?
Oh, nice big one.
Oh, it was a big, good one.
So is it hot? Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, I don't like throwing coils away, so I take care of them, make sure I don't tear them up, and I put them back in their containers. I think they're like art and stuff. Even if I use them, I'll burn them off whenever I'm going to take them out, and then it just goes right back in the container.
Yeah, especially if you're lucky enough to get some of the, I don't know, artisan coils. It's hard to throw away that art.
Well, Gizzards too, I'd like to say thanks for having me, and love you guys, and Foggers, love you guys.
Hey, you still have 2 minutes, Addy, by my clock.
Hump day tomorrow already.
It's hump day.
Day.
Yep.
Well, are you going to join us on Friday?
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Wanted to make sure you weren't camping again.
No, you know, you wrestle on bears, they tire you out.
Oh, Addy's wrestling bears.
Wrestling. See, Addy.
Somebody make a meme of that. Yeah, I really like the looks of that deck. That looks awesome. That's awesome.
That's a nice, huge deck.
He's got a big deck, you know?
Hmm.
I'm going to show you something. This is a 7-wrap, like 14.5 basically. I didn't cut the leads down, but I just wanted to show how wide you can get a coil in there.
Whoa. Oh, my. Oh, my. That's a whole lot of coil going on.
I mean, when you could see it without a macro lens.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be really good for series builds too then.
Oh, yeah. It would be perfect. It would be actually very simple to put them in, too.
Yeah.
There's a 9-rep series. And
Hell yeah.
way smaller than this coil.
I like the idea that you don't have to stack wide coils or anything. That's really, because I like those wide builds.
Yeah, it's awesome. The posts don't get in your way any at all, and it's just
and plus, I'm still a big fan of the Goon.
Yeah.
That's my favorite RDA of all time, I think.
I should have said the screws. I didn't mean the post. The screws don't get in your way like with the Goon. It's one of the reasons why I didn't really like the Goon all that much, is because the leads have to go on either side of the screw, and it kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember at the time the Goon had more room than anything.
Yes.
Because
yes.
everything else had like 2mm holes in the posts. So at the time the Goon was like way ahead of its time, and now, of course, there's a lot of atomizers that take larger coil profiles, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm liking the looks of this one. I really am, because I like that side airflow. I'm not so sure about the top cap that it comes with, so it's also nice to know that other things will go on there.
Yeah, those are big holes. I mean...
Yeah, I think that might be a little much for me, but... Depending on how you can dial it down, but does it just close them off one at a time, or does it kind of go at an angle? Is there an angle thing in there?
There's 2 big holes inside, so it kind of closes both holes off at the same time.
Right, and you can close it down to like half a hole.
Yeah. It eclipses them, kind of.
Yeah, because kind of like on a long coil, like if you put in one of those long coils, if you had to scale it way back, you'd only be hitting part of the coil.
Yeah, there's no notch or anything, though, which is good. So, like, it's not like you can line up this hole with your coil, you know?
Oh, I got you. You can line up whatever's left with the center of your coil.
Yeah, because sometimes them notches aren't the best thing. Sometimes they keep it away from the coil.
Yeah, and for those bigger coils like that, you can't push it over to the side to go to the air, like get the airflow correctly. It is what it is, and
it is what it is, and it isn't what it ain't. You know?
it is what it bees.
So did all the guys on the resistance crew get one? Most
I'm sure
of them?
they did.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
That's pretty cool. I want to give a shout out to Prescription Coils.
Yeah.
I won a contest last week off your channel when he was building some sort of crazy something or other. A Skip Staggerton or something. I'm not even sure what. It's a wide coil, though. It looks really nice. He put a picture of it up on Instagram, and if anybody wants to see it, I reposted it. You can look for my account and find it.
Yeah.
Well, we're giving shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Big D because I got some of his coils, and these things are fucking awesome. They're great. Get some of them.
All of the guys on the Resistance crew are fabulous coil builders. Must say. Are you doing a show later?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I actually did one before I came on too. I basically just looked at the Warrior, put a build in there, and just showed this off, and now later on, which it kind of works out. Like I said last show, it works out to have just the hour show with the RDA because, you know, I don't want to link the company my video that's 3 hours long. It's easier to link them a 45-minute long video.
Yeah. So the other topic that I had that we'll go through really quickly is something I was thinking about this week because I had to fix my dryer and I got a lot of other like household house maintenance type things going on right now. And that is, I was thinking, you know, we go through life and we think we have to kind of go, well, is it urgent or is it not urgent? You know, and so then we kind of put things in categories where, you know, you tend to like, oh, the toilet's running, but, you know, I don't really want to go to Home Depot and buy the parts for it right now. It's still working, so it's not really urgent at the moment, you know. And then you come home and the toilet is overflowing and the water's leaking down into your kitchen ceiling, and then you're like, oh, now it's urgent.
Very, very urgent.
Right? So
preventative maintenance is where it's at. Preventive. Oh God, I can't say it again. Yeah, preventive maintenance.
Right, but preventive maintenance is not urgent, right? You know, like well, you're kind of like, you know, that's not really that important. It's important or not important. So you guys do that too, where you have like things. You got a long list of stuff, but it's kind of like, you look at your list and you're like, oh, that's not important right now.
It's procrastinating.
Well, I don't know if it's
in a way.
If it's all procrastinating either. It's just like you only have so much time, and so a lot of the time you're like. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys do this, but usually when I'm going over like deciding whether something's urgent or not urgent, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning when I can do nothing about it. You know,
the worst possible time.
You know, it's like, why am I thinking about this? I should be going to sleep, and now I'm thinking about this project. You know, and I'm trying to decide if it's urgent or not urgent. And you're doing that in a time space where you cannot do anything about it at that point anyway. It's just creating anxiety for yourself because you're thinking about it late at night or something.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I think we think a lot during the night, especially when we're laying down.
Yeah.
I do that thinking so much that I can't sleep most of the time because my mind's racing about 1,000 miles a second. So much stuff I think about.
Right. Like, I know that you're doing a lot of YouTube and Instagram, a lot of social media. You keep up with it a lot better than I do, Nick. You know, but how does that pertain to that too? Like, how do you know what to spend your time on? Because you have the same type of thing where it's like, oh, do I respond to these emails or do I put up, you know, do I do my photos and put up these posts? Or
so I actually have a hard time with doing that. Like, doing two social media is very hard. Like, my Instagram has fell behind so much. I don't know if a lot of people notice it as much as I do, but it's fell behind more with the YouTube thing. So it's kind of, I don't know, I guess I kind of have to find a balance, and that's what I got to do. But I'm going through the whole putting things off right now with like the build-off video. The build-off that I got going is because it seems like every time I have time, I got to go live because I have scheduled live time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wednesday, you know, is a good day for me to do it. And then something will come up where I have to do something at the house, or, you know, just spend time with the family, or just sleep. And, yeah, you just got to find a good balance, really. It's good to schedule things. Scheduling things, like you always have your show.
Right.
You know, you always do your Friday, your Tuesday, and you always have that. And that's good to just schedule things, do that. So I guess I should probably just schedule to do stuff on Instagram, schedule to do things like editing. Going live makes it so much easier. You don't have to edit shit.
Yeah, that does help. But what for me personally though, it's like, you know, it probably doesn't seem like I spend a lot of time, but I do actually. I've, you know, counted the hours. It's not just like, okay, it's time, let's just go. I mean, you kind of got to put some effort into thinking of what you're going to talk about that night, or what, you know, what build you're going to do or whatever you're going to do, right? You can't just go, oh, it's time, and flip your camera on and go. You have to make sure everything's prepared. And
yeah,
so
you gotta like with me, I always have to clean off the build table. I should probably wash my hands more than I do, but then you notice, like, you know, damn, I should have got a manicure today or something, because you know, I just work a construction site now. I'm showing everybody my hands for 3 hours, and then
gotta trim your nose hair in your case.
yeah, with the macro lens, and then, you know, you have to like with you got to send out all your links to people.
Right.
Make sure you got people coming on. Make sure that, you know, not everybody has something to do that night. There's always a lot to do. And then, you know, with computer problems, you gotta.
Right. Then that can be a monkey wrench as well. It's like after all the best laid planning, then your audio doesn't work or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, Jesse, you want to weigh in on what's important to you and what's not important to you and how you divide your time up?
Oh gosh, I don't even know where to start with that. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. That's why that's why I had said something earlier about getting to the point where I don't feel like I should be a part of just one group or another group or whatever, where I need to kind of put myself everywhere for my business. The most important thing to me is my family and my business, because my business is going to provide for my family, and so it's just yeah. It's hard figuring out what's the best thing for those two things are. Like, I want to take care of my kids.
It's hard to juggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Are you starting to focus a little bit more on your social media to try and build your business?
I am trying to do that. That's one of the things that I wanted to talk about this evening on the show here, if you didn't mind. And it has something to do with my YouTube channel.
Do it.
I want to push people to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to it. I don't have any content on it yet, but I plan on doing. I'm not going to do any reviews or anything like that, or pre-recorded stuff. But I plan on doing some live shows where I'm probably going to have a camera on one of my 3D printers, and it'll be going there, and I'll answer questions and talk with chat and different stuff like that. And possibly have some shows where I don't have the 3D printer going, where I have someone else on with me just talking about certain subjects and stuff like that. And it'll all more than likely just be live type stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd like to try that, and I'll be using it as a way to show people what I got going on at the time. Certain things that I'm going to be coming up with in the future, and also allowing people to get on there and chat and tell me what they want, you know, give me ideas of stuff that I can also make. And up to this point, I've kind of had this attitude about it where I've taken people's ideas into consideration, but ultimately it's been my design based on little things that people have said that they would like to see. And I want to try to be more open-minded and do more things that people want specifically, you know.
Yeah, I've noticed lately that you've been putting up like short videos on Instagram, and I think you get a lot more views on a video than you do a static picture.
I've been trying to do that. Even if I have something printing, I'll take a 20 or 25 second video of it and maybe say hello to everybody and hope like you wish them a happy weekend or whatever like that, and to try to just to try to get stuff out there, you know. And people seem to like those little videos like that. And
just because you see it all the time and you don't find it as interesting anymore, there's lots of people that have not seen like what happens actually when they're printing, so it's interesting to people. Like, you know, it just there's people that don't even vape that find that shit interesting, or don't even know what a 3D printer is that find it interesting, and that's a good way to spread the word and stuff. Like I have people watch my little videos all the time on Instagram that don't vape or anything. They just see some weird shit spinning around and something getting made, and they're just like, oh, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to kind of go against what I said earlier about not being pre-recorded stuff, because one of my ideas also is it's not going to be a highly edited thing. But I've been messing around with doing time lapses of prints, and the program that I've used so far has not really been as good as I wanted it to. So I'm going to try different programs, but I'll also be adding time lapse videos where it'll be a time lapse of some of my 11 to 20 hour builds that I do for people. And
one thing I just wanted to tell you is you can shoot that stuff in real time and make like a 4-hour video, and then you can collapse it down. It's a lot easier to make it rather than using time-lapse photography where the shutter's actually going off periodically, to just tape the whole thing, and then you can condense it down after the fact in software.
I
Right.
appreciate you saying that. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
The one thing I went to was, I know that they offer the time lapse stuff, but at the same time, the stuff that I've used doesn't really work well with 3D printing. So that would probably work a hell of a lot better, and compress it down and change that whole thing where it builds it up a little bit.
Well, you record the whole thing, and then you can basically condense it down and run it at 20 times normal speed, and then it looks like time lapse.
I actually have an edit program that does that. Like, when I do my build videos and I fast forward through something that's boring,
Right.
Power Director will do that. You record anything and they speed it up. 8 times a regular video is very fast. 8 times is very quick.
Well, that's what I kind of wanted to do, because in these time-lapse videos, I'd like to actually, beginning of the video, have me on there talking and explaining maybe whatever's gonna go on, and then it going into the time-lapse, and then whenever it's finished with its thing, maybe a few words after that. That way, it like in real time instead of the time-lapse thing. So I don't know. I don't understand how all this stuff works. I've always been a little resistive when it comes to different things like that. But I mean, I've messed around a lot on computers and stuff like that. I just don't know about different programs like that. And so it helps hearing from you guys and giving me ideas and stuff like that, and help.
The Power Director is a good choice. It's a pretty
very simple to use.
And it's cheap if you want to buy it outright. It's not. It's like $80 or something. It's not like some of the stuff can be very expensive.
I use the free one.
Yeah, so do I. But you can, it's not that expensive to purchase a license for it either.
Wombatsky, I have one that's under my own name, but the one that I'm going to be putting all that content on and doing the live stuff on would be the Stand Up 3D. You can search Stand Up 3D and you should be able to find me. At this point, I think I only have like 57 or 58 subscribers. So, you'll know it's mine because one of my things that I offer on my site is the picture for it. So it's like a baby blue stand.
Your YouTube channel, Nick, is in.divine83, just like YouTube.
Yep, my Instagram and my YouTube are the same. Yep.
Same. That makes it easy.
It's actually, right there on the screen, right there. Oh, and.divine83.
Other side.
Other side?
Yeah, it's on the other side.
It's over here?
Right there.
Yep.
Right there. It's not there on my camera, but
you have yours mirrored.
Follow Ned. If you want to follow Ned, it would be N_divine83.
Mine happens to be SPORKLyFE on either, but on Instagram, you have to put in an underscore, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But
I think my Instagram and my YouTube are both the same thing. They're both Stand Up 3D. That's without any special characters or anything. There
was a SPORKLyFE over there already, but they didn't have any videos up. So that was a little discouraging. I had to put underscore SPORKLyFE on my Instagram. So anyway, we'll drop. You guys should drop your links to or your information in the chat for people out there.
I tried and it wouldn't let me.
Oh,
I know who I am.
are you? Type something out there. Are you still wrenchless on this channel?
Yeah.
Oh well, let me fix that for you.
I was trying to do it a while ago and I forgot that I didn't have a wrench and I put it in and it turned red.
Type something out there and I'll fix it for you.
I just put hi Gizzard in there.
All right. Nick, you have a wrench on this channel, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
See if you can type something in chat just to make sure. All right, that you should be golden now.
Thank you, sir.
Jesse.
Thank you.
I think what happened is you used to have a wrench under Jesse.
Yeah.
And then it never, when you changed over.
Yeah, I when I started up the stand-up 3D stuff, I don't really use my other one anymore.
Ned has a wrench. All right.
Oh, it still wouldn't let me put it out there.
Really? Do you have a wrench?
Yeah.
It shows up now. You should be able to post.
Okay, that time it worked.
Okay,
for some
good.
reason, the first one, it wouldn't go.
Oh, YouTube, you dirty bastard.
You dirty rat.
Yeah.
Dirty rat
Fucking
bastard.
genius.
Yeah, fucking genius.
Yeah, YouTube.
And stuff her up your butt.
I can put my my Instagram in there here in a second too. I think.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I'm going to put a link out there too. VapingSwag.com. There's still a BOGO going on. Buy one, get one on Gizzard Brew or any other flavor that you might want on Vaping Swag. So I'll drop that out there if people want to check that out. I believe before midnight, so you guys still have some time.
I guess I don't know how to do the Instagram thing.
Here, let me see. Is it at Stand Up 3D?
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
J. Jerry. Let's see what he said. He must have put on a YouTube channel. The LabWorks team was not something that people should be going to. So, thank you, LabWorks. I'll copy that to my... I should copy that so I can check it out later. All right. All right. So, basically, that's what we covered tonight. We covered don't be a dick. Remember that we're all in the game together here, and try and be nice to people if possible. You know, try and get along. Try and get along. Everybody wants to try everything, so you know, let people explore and enjoy other products. Yeah. What else? Oh, we talked about what did we talk about? Oh, we talked about is it an emergency or is it not an emergency?
Yep.
So I think that I have several things coming up in the next couple of weeks that are moving into emergency status. So I'm going to have to get off my ass and get on them.
Got some emergency category stuff going on.
Yeah, things
Category 10.
things that have transitioned from ignore to you better get that shit done before winter.
Flashing lights coming on and stuff.
SPORKLyFE's gonna kill you if you don't get that done. Everybody, Nick's going live after this, so point everybody to check out Nick's channel. Want to thank the panelists that showed up that had to leave. Ash, thanks for coming. Addie Tooney, as always, thank you. And I don't know. You guys have anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
As per usual, thanks for having me on. And you guys vape on, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. You know, anytime you want me to come on next week, I'm here.
I do want you to come on next week.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right, put it. Can you put that on one of your important categories?
I'll put it right above finished build-off video.
On your list. Put it on your list as yes necessary. All right, appreciate that. All right, I think we're just gonna vape our way out of here, and I think I'm in the mood for some metal. How about you guys?
Hell yeah!
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Try to be good to someone if possible.
If you can.
And get off your butts and vape! Ah! Oh yeah! Bye!
Adios.
Awesome. That was a good outro.
Yeah. Is that a YouTube thing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Huh. Interesting.
Yep, it's YouTube friendly. Let me see where the other... oh, there it is.